What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of What the Shit Is That? Oh my god, that is a huge spider. Yes, this game is now called What the Shit Is That? No, we're going up to the surface. I don't mess with big-ass spiders. Not today. No, spider! I swear to god if that thing surfaces, I'm just gonna shit myself repeatedly. There are a lot of things in life that I can deal with. Underwater death spiders the size of frigates, I cannot deal with. Not at all. Your constant companion. Holy shit. What was it? Just appeared out of nowhere. It was like, oogity boogity boogity. I heard you were trying to start up an episode. Thought I'd drop on by. I'm like, well, good for you, man. Jesus. So can I do anything in here? Like, let me compile a port report first at the Isle of Cats. The music's kind of spoopy right now. I don't know how I feel about this. If we go to Cavendish Abbey, where can I taste the red honey? That was the one where they wanted Isery to do it. So then we go back. Let's see if we can't find Isery. I think Isery was at the honeyed tongue. Yeah, there he is right there. And I have 2 of his notice. So with 60 fragments, so there's 3. And then with Z stories, there's another one. So I'm at 4. My antics intrigue. You touch the cat's eye brooch and the Z Captain chortles. The Pirate King is watching you. Indeed he is, though not many see him these days. The people you want to watch out for are the King's Claw and the Lady of the Gardens. The Claw makes sure everybody stays in line on the island, and the Lady, well, she's the keeper of the cage gardens, where they extract the He seems to remember himself all of a sudden and blanches. I forget I said any of that, will you, my lord? Oh, we need like one more. We're so close. I need 20 fragments in order to get in with Isery and learn how to become immortal. Immortal. God, everything's so expensive over here. If I look at my... So, where are we right now? We could go to Visage, then to Khan's Shadow, and just hope that that holds. Let's do that. I bet we'll get some fragments at Visage, too. We really need to talk to Isery. Let's see. A stoker approaches you in your cabin. Captain, that thing in the hold, it's dreaming about us. It means us no good. No good at all. Back to work. Shut your mouth, pleb. Oh, there's a, Oh. There's a frigate over here. Let us shoot it with torps. I torp you! I torp you repeatedly. Give me your treasures, baby pirate ship. Give them to me. Baby pirate ships die. Sometimes you gotta kill them before they grow up and become full-on adult pirate ships. It smells heavenly. Glorious Zoop! The only fine thing to ever come from Mount Palmerston. Do devils make it or dream it? Apparently we've got Zoop. We're in the market to make some decent money if we ever make it back to London, which should happen in this episode, provided it doesn't take us too long in Visage to handle our business. Foxfire Candles. I'll have to remember that. I think you can buy Foxfire Candles either up in Wither or up in Vetterblight. One or the other. It's in one of those 2 locations. This place might eat up a little bit of time, so strap in, everybody. There's a lot of reading in front of us. This is the port of Visage, where faces may not be naked, except one, a stone monument the size of the village church, serenely gazing upwards, flourishing of years. There's a wandering person in the back. Who is this? He glances nervously at the face on the hill, but his handshake is strong. He seeks passage to the Church of Low Barnet beneath the Z just outside of London. His suit is well tailored for an itinerant preacher. His cufflinks wink with sapphires. I can offer for knowledge, blessings, or money. Knowledge sounds good. Ah, he gives a knowing smile. You travel to learn as well as to trade, my lord. I myself am studying the religions of the unterzee. By extracting the most admirable elements of each, I mean to construct a modern, superior faith. I understand the value, the spiritual value, that is, of hidden knowledge. Once on board, he insists you find a quiet cabin and whispers one of the secrets he's learned in your ear. So we get an intriguing snippet and 10 fragments, which puts us at 60. Port report. And, aw, man, we have to have something awaits us. We don't have that. Well, fine then. So do I actually have 60 fragments? Because technically we could just go back and... Or did I need 100? I can't recall how many I needed at the Isle of Cats. Let's give it a go because I want to talk to Izuri anyways. We'll see if this works out. If I got to ping pong in between locations, well, I guess that's just the way she goes, Rick. That's just the way she goes. Kind of an uneventful day for me right now. I was chilling with my neighbor for a little bit. He's Samoan. I'm Hawaiian, so like Samoan and Hawaiian people, we be like, hey, when we see each other, you know, off the island when you're on the mainland. We be like, what's good? And so we were chilling anyways earlier, talking about stuff, talking about life and the way it goes down. Let's see. There's no climax to that storyline. It was just me talking to my neighbor. That's pretty much it. We're all tending the gardens now, she wails and begins to weep again. My poor crew. You wait for a hitch in the sobs and inquire further. You get answers out of her. And so now we can meet with the King's Claw. The King's Claw tells you to call him Izuri. They are dressed in azure silk and wearing clawed rings of enameled metal and ivory on their fingers on their right hand. They are very beautiful. If you like them sharp and glittering and ambiguously gendered, you have caught the interest of the Pirate King. And therefore my interest as well, they say, fixing you with an amber-eyed gaze. You seem capable enough. I have need of a capable friend. We can discuss the well-traveled notary's memories. Your quest has led you here, and you need to know what the notary knew about Nida the Presbyteriate. You can only have one patron on the island of cats, the Lady of the Cages or Izuri. I will accept your offer, sir. You can never have too many friends. Wonderful, utterly wonderful. Izuri is all smiles and genial bonhomie. I shall start thinking of a task for your talents. Nothing special. They wave a jeweled hand. Run along now. There's a good captain. Apparently I have his patronage. I can accept a new commission if we have that going on. But we can't take it right now because we don't have something awaits us, which is disappointing. Ah, your quest has led you here. You need to know what the notary knew about Nida, about the Presbyteriate, and the secret of immortality. The cat's chiefest claw meets you in their suite with a distracted air and a raised eyebrow. You raise the matter of the well-traveled notary's memories. Izuri taps clawed finger rings on a stem of a wineglass. The sound is silvery and sharp. I see someone's been talking. I'm reluctant. The notary only has a taste or two left in him. I was saving them for myself. This Nida business is fascinating. 600 echoes will get it to us. We could earn his admiration to reduce the cost. Ah, forget that. We got ducats. Izuri removes a jar from a teak cabinet and a spoon of tarnished silver from a drawer. They set them on the desk before you. Scrape out the dregs of crimson honey, barely a spoonful. You lick it clean and the memories take you. You remember panic, disaster, dissociated fragments of a wild flight. Heat. Intolerable heat. You stumbled and the red gem flagstone burned your hands. You regained your feet and behind you came the host of hyenas, fresh from the city of caution, laughing as they slew. Through the broken persimmon gate, still littered with corpses, the basalt walls at your back now, black against the blazing shoulder of the mountain. And how it blazed, bright as the sun's skin. Only your goggles of smoked glass kept your eyes from boiling. You remember the desperate journey back down to the Scarlet River on living polythremy ships that grieve for those left behind. A man leans on the rail, a black shirt, a church dog collar your employer lighten. He turns to look at you and he is bereft. Off the port side, a ship expires from grief and sinks into the red waters. The memories falter. You return to the Isle of Cats. Izuri is there reading. Ah, you're back. Interesting, no? Someone tried to steal the Presbyteriate's immortality. I'd say they were bold, but they failed, which makes them stupid. Still, they got close. Lighten. It's a name you've heard before. It belongs to a certain fierce philanthropist who resides in Port Carnelian. And so off to Port Carnelian we go after spending ducats over here. And we spent all kinds of money. I'm not going to resupply here. It's too expensive. Instead, we're going to make for, well, wherever. We'll stop at Visage if we get something awaits us. If we don't get that by the time we get over there, we'll just go straight for Khan's Shadow and head back to London because we got plenty of time to make port, make a bunch of money, make everything good. So are we going to get it? Going to get it? Going to get it? Going to get it? Ever going to get it? Bong? No? No bong? Well, that's going to lead to a rather uneventful night. Fine then. I don't want the bong anyways. We'll go to Khan's Shadow and we'll trade around for what we could do here. Our supplies are a little bit lackluster. I'm going to go ahead and kill the lamps to save fuel so that our terror takes up the majority of the stuff we got going on. It's been a reasonably decent trip, though, and I think we should be all right. Oh, yeah, we can go to Nook. Well, let's go to Nook, too. We got to make sure we get everything while we're out here because we wanted to be a master storyteller. This is the price we pay for being a master storyteller. If we find any monsters around, not going to be able to fight them because the dragon in the sea. I don't like the sound of that achievement. That makes me feel like I've seen something that I definitely should not have seen. Into the Nook. And so there we are. Are there any shops in Nook? Ah, there's a fuel shop. We'll resupply here for a moment. Sounds good to me. Supplies should hold out. Sunlight-filled mirror catch box. Nope, not going to do that. Was there anything we needed to do at Nook? We could check the diving suit. Let's see. Lady Black can wrap her fingers around another captain's throat. For now, though, it doesn't matter. Nook and its foul but breathable waters await. Well, we don't have the cask of mushroom wine. You'd think that this would be just the place for a merchant who sells that to show up. Just a thought. Like, I was like, well, what better place to set up a mushroom merchant stand than a place where you have to get mushroom wine? I mean, that sounds like a really, really good place to put it. But like, what do you have for sale? Mushroom wine at 5 times the cost. You want to breathe water, you gonna pay, bitch. And you're like, man, you're a little forceful. I'm like, sorry, we don't meet people much around here. Maybe I wasn't breastfed. I don't know. Either way, my manners have suffered for the lack of humanity. Off to Wanderer's Haven. Auf Wiedersehen. Gutentag. Ist wunderbar. For people that don't know, I'm not making fun of anybody there. That's what, when you go to the ride at Disneyland for the Matterhorn, they've got this voice that talks and tells you about the ride, and it goes, Guten Tag, Auf Wiedersehen. It just like, you have to wait in line for like 5 hours, too. Because, you know, it's rough like that. I do need crates of souls. Crates of souls would be a smart plan. I can also sell my artifacts here, which would be quicker than going back to town. So let's make some moolah. Moolah! Making all that money. I don't know how many crates of souls I needed for the monkeys back on the island. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind for later. Khan's shadow. And trade hunting trophies for 4 watchful curios. I don't know if those have any value, though. I mean, what's worse is they take up hold space, as I recall, too. Yeah. We'll have to figure out what the shit we do with those. Let's go beg for forgiveness from a guy we don't even know over here so that we can spy on his country better. Hooray! That's exactly how espionage is done, with the careful exchange of coffee. Like, would you like some coffee beans? Don't worry about it, they've just got a case of the sniffles. It's not contagious. Alright. I don't think we're going to the Copper Quarter. I think we're going up to the actual, like, Nobles Quarter where we can hang out, where people have a good appreciation for coffee. I've never developed that. I hate coffee. It's disgusting. I can't drink it. The times that I've drank it, it was fine. It seemed like they dumped more milk and, like, honey and, like, sugar into it than coffee, and so it was just like, all right, well, then what's the point? I just don't like it at all. It makes me feel hot and sweaty, too, when I drink coffee. I don't know. It's hot where I live, though. That might be why. Here in Khan's glory, we will plead our case with the Timon. I lost 3 menaces. The 2 masked functionaries hear your request. They confer briefly. One of them marks the paper in front of him, and they wait for you to leave. Okay. Gifts to the leopard? Yes. Hooray, we have 4 leopards' condescension. Does that do anything for me? Intercede with leopard. Intercede with Timon's mercy. Cruise past the palaces. Plead your case with the Timon. I'll probably hold on to those for when I need it. I don't know when I'm going to gain access to, like, trading over here and access to their shops without the ludicrous prices, but I'm pretty sure it'll be soon if I can just bring some more coffee over. That's a Canaan war vessel. Let's go ahead and turn that off. We'll just hide from this douche. There we go. I'm pretty sure it makes him kind of upset with you too if you sink one of them. I have the given what I know about world politics, if you sink somebody's military vessel, it seems like that might put you on the wrong foot with them diplomatically. It just seems to be the case. They were talking about that on Reddit the other day about how a South Korean vessel sunk a Chinese vessel, like opened fire on a Chinese fishing vessel that was outside their territories. Apparently, Chinese fishing vessels do that. They go to other countries and then, like, poach in their waters without licenses or something, and then run back to wherever they're from. I assume China. And apparently, lots of countries just open fire on them now. There's like, pop, 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 pop. Like, damn, son. Gangster shit. Got to open up with that 50 cal. Just thuk, 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 thuk. But I guess the fishermen will use, like, piracy and, like, tactics to, like, ram your ship and, like, sink you and stuff if you're fishing inside what they see as their territory, even though they're not in international waters. Like, they'll be in, like, Argentinian waters, for example, and they'll attack Argentinian fishermen. Crazy. Crazy out there on the waters. Alright, so in Guider's Morn, we can trade drowning pearls for solace fruits. We needed solace fruits for something. The gleaming marauder is assembling an immense hoard of drowning pearls. His teeth are gold, his rings wink with scintillac. Yeah, sure, why not? Now we've got 2 solace fruit. Another pebble for the mountain. He is ambitious and plans to marry a princess of the leopard clan. How many pearls would be an appropriate offer, you think? 10,000, 100? Fathers can be prickly. You take a pair of solace fruit from his trove, their flesh plump and glistening. Okay, can I do it again? I guess I can't take a port report either. Did I already get one? Not sure what happened right there. Do I have enough to make it home right now? You can also buy solace fruit here. It looks like it's fairly expensive, though. Unstamped crates of human souls. Nothing that's jumping out at me right now. I thought we were going to be able to get port reports here. Alright, to Low Barnet. Where High Barnet is at, I don't know, but I assume they got a lot of pot fields there. It's High Barnet, bro. It's the, the Emerald Triangle of the Z. It's the Humboldt County of the Z. We'll go to Demo, I think. And we'll see if we can pick up yet another free sailor from there. Well, not free. He costs $1. But, I mean, where else can you get a lifelong sailor for $1? I mean, that's bargain bin prices if I've ever heard them. Go by Costco sometimes, and I promise you, for, like, a lot of 20 sailors, they'll probably charge you, like, $400 and, like, medical care and all kinds of shit. We don't have time for that. It's the 1800s. Workers' rights don't exist yet. They haven't been invented. $1. You come work for me forever, or I blow the man down, which is actually a lot less pleasant than it sounds. That's what that song is about. Blow the man down. You know that song? It's about beating your sailors. It's about just whipping the shit out of your sailors when they don't do what you say. Give that some thought for a second. It's about getting new sailors on board and just like whipping the hell out of them so they'll do what you say. Because apparently once you left harbor waters, it was international waters. You could do whatever you wanted to your sailors and there was no recourse for it. Let's accept a volunteer. And a port report. Now we're up to 9 sailors. We're almost there. We're filling on up to the brim. Filling on up. It's a sea shanty I'm working on. It's called Filling On Up to the Brim. Man, you get sunk right now, G. Oh, I missed. Alright, whoever's in charge of aiming is fired. Oh my god, this is what I get for trying to cut corners. This is what I get. Oh, parabola linen. Yay. Getting paid every day. Alright. So up to the top left. I like to push my buttons loudly. I just like, bah! When you hit them, you gotta make them snap. You know what I mean? It's blah! You gotta hit them with gusto. You gotta let the universe know what you're all about, that you push buttons and you mean it. If you push buttons and you don't mean it, I don't know what to do with you. We can't hang out. You gotta be decisive. You gotta be that guy. You gotta be the shot caller, the rainmaker. Only got one thing of fuel left. Like, technically, I think we'll be okay. But just to be safe, I'm gonna go back into London just to make sure. Just to be like 100% positive. In addition, I should probably convert these over to Admiralty reports using, sure, Memories of a Lost Shore. Why not? We now have vital intelligence. It's vital. If you don't have it, you're gonna lose the war with the Huns. The vast eye knows me. We're dreaming about a vast eye again. Lights of London welcome you home. A breath of relief. So there it is. We lose. Oh, we gained menaces, but we lost our terror, so that's good. Collect messages from the harbor master. The alarming scholar has invited you to call upon him or her at the university. That's new. The alarming scholar is mercurial. Oh, we already have that. A little present from the scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Oh, we gained 2 supplies. It smells pickled, chemical, and salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it's vital and nutritional virtue. Save it for an emergency, perhaps. Okay. I will, give you a live specimen if you want to pay me. I'll probably hold on to the unread log since it doesn't take up slots. Oh, I've got to do my port reports first, but this time around we're going to be very, very careful not to give up. There's your vital intelligence. Pay me $350. And you know, at this point, London has got to be getting better than everybody else. Just based on the sheer amount of vital intelligence I've turned over. Humane Canal, Pigmote Isle. Wow. That was a longer trip than I remembered. Isle of Cats. Visage, Empire of Hands, Estival, the Chelinet, Fathom King's Hold, the Grand Geode, that leaves us with Khan's Shadow, Wisdom, Irem, the Salt Lions, Rosegate Hideaway, Demo, the Gant Pole we probably don't want to mess with yet. I will throw that away. Scrimshander we already did. And is there anything in particular you need? Did we 100%? We got everything here? Okay, good. We're going to take those stories and we're going to tell them back in Low Barnet this time. And do you have anything for me? He wants me to go to nowhere. There we go. The Principles of Coral, somewhere northeast of London. Good. That's all taken care of. They'll buy Solace Fruit for 50. Solace Fruit does not go in my hold, so that's fantastic. I'm really glad to hear it. Watchful Curio, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be using it for. The Stygian Ivory and some of the other stuff we can sell, though. So go to the Wolf Stack Exchange. Make a little bit of money there. A little bit of cash there. A little bit of cash there. So we made about 1,500 on this jaunt. We've got lots and lots of stuff in our cargo hold, though, which is no good. I need to figure out what the Watchful Curios are for. So while I do that, I will excuse myself. You guys can enjoy the next episode, which will be back up tomorrow. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel and you like what I do over here. I only bring it up because people are constantly telling me that they didn't even know that I had one, and I've had it for years. And so, you know what? I'm bringing it up more often from now on. I'm giving up. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.